Hey you guys, welcome to the Wood Shop. I'm Christian Spencer, this is Atlanta Specialty Woods. I'm going to take you inside and show you some very exciting projects we've been working on. This is the Bobby Jones Show House. We were contracted by Mike Cleggett and Tish Mills to build very custom box beams for the master bedroom. Let me show you what some of our box beams look like. This photograph has our white oak box beams with a natural finish in the ceiling of a Buckhead home with a custom distressed finish. This photograph shows our cypress gray wood box beams that have been very lightly sanded and finished with a clear wax. We also build box beams out of mushroom board, which is some of the coolest product we've ever carried. It's actually used to grow mushrooms on for 30 years. And if you see the texture in this material, you will agree it is a showstopper. In 2016, we built 78 box beams for the Atlanta Braves Stadium that are now in the owner's suites. These were from 600-year-old antique heart pine lumber. They measured 10 inches by 12 inches by 18 feet long, and they have a 3-part custom wax finish on them. Now that I've shown you some of our box beams on the computer, let me take you back to the shop and give you a peek behind the curtain. Atlanta Specialty Woods was born in 2009 in my garage in one of the worst economic climates ever. Since then, we have grown to over 300 5-star Google reviews, a 5,000 square foot warehouse in Kennesaw, and 6 all-star employees. Now let me show you how we made the Bobby Jones box beams. Let me show you guys where we store our rustic white oak lumber. Right here over under our covered shed, we've got the 4/4 thickness on the top and bottom. This is what we pull for to bring inside to make our box beams. Once we get all the lumber pulled from outside, we bring it into the shop, and the first step of the process is it goes through our thickness planer. That's this piece of equipment that allows us to achieve each piece to be the net same thickness of the next one. After that, we run each board through our sander. This is a 37-inch wide double head wide belt sander, which removes all of the snipe and planer marks from the lumber to ensure that the finish is pristine. From our sander, we take it to our table saw, where each piece is sized widthwise and the 45-degree angles are put on each piece that need it. From our table saw, all of the lumber is brought here to our table where it is staged, and then the biscuit joints are created in each edge of the 45-degree angles. The biscuits are applied, there is plenty of glue, they are clamped together to make sure that they stay straight and dry overnight to come back and do any distressing or staining. The distressing can be achieved either using hammers, chisels, an adze, which is an old hand tool from yesteryear. That's how hand-hewn timbers were created. There's a myriad of different ways for us to put different textures in these box beams. Each seam is then sanded to give it a nice, true, authentic, solid beam feel. Putty is applied all the way down that seam. The putty dries, we come back and sand that, and that ensures that you cannot see these seams after we are done. Let me show you where the finishing takes place. This is the dungeon. This is where our crafted box beams come to get the stain and the top coat. We are experts at color matching. If you bring us something that you want to match your box beams to, we can achieve that. We have a laboratory which allows Scott, our mixologist, to achieve any levels of browns or darks or even light natural colors. At the end of the staining process, we apply either a clear lacquer or a conversion varnish finish to give it that pristine protection and feel. The techniques that we use here allow us to provide a timber that looks like it's a genuine 200-year-old beam reclaimed from an old English castle. Once all of our box beams are finished and the top coat is applied, we will communicate with the client, either through pictures or they will come in and see what we have done to approve the color is what they want. Then they will get loaded on our trailer. delivered to the job site, or even installed by Atlanta Specialty Woods. Now that you've seen the entire process of how our box beams are made, the real satisfaction comes when we see them in the space. Let me show you what these look like in the Bobby Jones Show House. Now that you guys have seen behind the curtain and how we make our box beams, we hope that we can help you with your project. Please contact us at 770-710-8966 or on the web at atlantawoods.com.